So who can tell me who is better in this pawn? Okay, Ari.
Sir, white because white has the center.
Yeah, so main factor here is white has the center. There's one more important factor. What is that? Yes, Rayan?
Sir, white has the open file.
Yeah, open file control for the queen. So this is looking a little bit good for white. There is also a pawn hanging here for white, right? So how do you save this pawn? Yes, Rayan?
Sir, by pushing the pawn to b3.
Pawn to b3. Okay. There is a move a little bit better than that. Yes.
a3?
Sir,
b4, b4.
b4, queen
No.
takes.
a4?
a4, queen takes. Free pawn, why are you giving up the pawn? There's a move better than all of this. It is. And someone already told it.
No.
But they didn't see why. So have a good look, guys. There's a nice move here for white. The move is
b3.
b4.
Which I told.
Yeah, you told just because you thought it's not a free pawn. It's a free pawn. So that is not the point. Saying just a move is not the point. You have to see why. You have to first see it's a free pawn.
Oh, bishop to d2 then.
Then the queen will move.
Well,
The idea is not queen takes pawn, bishop d2. No, just to attack the queen.
queen to c7.
Yeah, if the queen moves, queen c7. The bishop is trapped.
Yes.
If the bishop moves back, check and bishop is pawn. There's no way to save the bishop.
Basically,
So the queen cannot take the pawn. What should black do, guys? Rayan Shukla. Black should play.
This is a knight on f6, right?
Yeah. Its material is equal.
So black should play
I was asking Rayan Shukla. Your name is Rayan Shukla, is it?
No,
Then why you saying
to
that?
explain
You
something.
don't need to explain. Let him first answer. What to do, Rayan?
Extra. I'm gonna hide it in the
Shavriya is going to get negative points if we keep talking. Rayan Shukla needs to decide what to do.
pawn
Hmm.
d5.
There's a queen hanging, mister. The guy has attacked the queen and you're playing pawn move. You have to be realistic. You have to be aware, na? What is Veer Vikram saying?
But actually, queen taking pawn.
Queen takes pawn, queen c7.
Then bishop takes e4 because the bishop also takes the.
Ha,
knight
bishop
takes.
can take the, okay, takes, queen check. Bishop blocks, boom. You're getting checkmated there. So that is another part of the, keep the king down, Rayan's manna. That's another part of the equation. There is a threat of queen c7, queen d8, leading to mate. Yes, Pradeep.
Queen b6.
Queen b6 is fine. He went queen d8. And now I played pawn to d5. Just trying to kill that bishop. There's no play for that light squared bishop now. So here, huh?
You could play e5.
e5 just opens up the bishop. No, that is not going to be useful for us. e5 loses control of the center and his pieces open up. And his queen also opens up. So that is not something we want to do. He plays queen to c8.
Asking for a trade.
Yeah. So what should we do?
Which everyone does again stand up.
So what should we do? What do we do here? Yes, Rayansh.
So take the queen.
Take the queen, bishop takes back, and is the position still better for white?
Yeah.
Okay, white's piece is a little more active. Okay. There is a better way to do the exchange. We don't want to move away. Then he gets a c5. Then we don't have any advantage. So we have to do the exchange. There's no other way. How do we do the exchange in our terms? If you exchange, then it's fine, it's good, but there's a better way to do this.
Better way to exchange.
Yeah, knight d4. Just bring the knight to the game. Let him exchange. When somebody is asking for an exchange, ask him to come and exchange. Why should you go there and exchange and help him? So he takes. I want to take with the bishop. That was the idea. Knight is active, and now I can play a4. So that is why I did that. Now he played knight to d7. So this is an endgame, a minor piece endgame, which is not easy to look like play. So what do you do next, guys? White to play. Pranit, what would you do?
Sir, a4.
A4 is the move I was planning to play. That's what I wanted also. But I just kept it for later. I thought there was something more important to do, something more useful. Yes, Aryan?
Knight c6.
Yeah, that's a little bit more important. Put pressure. Of course, he cannot take because pawn takes, then white wins. So he cannot take, so he has to defend this. So he plays bishop to f6. Other option was king moves. And here I took like 10 minutes to think because there are so many good options. a4 is one move. Bishop h6 is another move I wanted to play because the king can't get out that easily. The third move I want to play is f4, then g4. All these moves were tempting. Finally, I decided to play g4. Why did I play g4? What is the use of g4? I'm trying to play g4, g5. The threat is g5,
Yes.
right? Because then the bishop moves 9 takes pawn. So he has to stop this. So how will he stop it, guys?
So g5.
G5 is one option.
Or
G5,
h6. Or h6.
h6 is a free pawn. So G5 is one option. The other option is to play king f8. Now if G5, the bishop can just move, right? So now f4. So in these kind of positions in endgames, you have to make it slowly better and better for you. Now this move and this move combined, they're gaining space. All these squares are controlled now, right? f4. And now he plays e6.
Challenging our pawn.
Yeah, so too much space for white, so black challenges it. So what to do? What should white play? Shaurya never sneezes.
I didn't sneeze. He sneezed and I started crying. Give him a hard water.
The sir has to wear the microscopic glasses in order to find out the water droplets.
Oh, about sanitizer,
No,
this
sir.
is a very good. No, but when you talked, I remembered
Don't
your
do this.
suggestion.
Yeah, let me
When you started talking about the microscopic. So
so
before you start the games, you need to do this. Here you go.
So why now?
Why not? Why not? You
Prevention
need to
is
kill the
very
microscopic organisms. Okay. Now, what should we do next for white? He challenged the opponent. What to do? You kick him below the table, is it? That's what you're saying?
I don't like
You
kill
punch him in the face. He will then challenge.
bishop.
Okay, how do you
Bishop.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So that's a good move because we don't need to react to this now. First g5, the bishop has no great squares. He went to c3.
Aww.
And now it's time to take an advantage.
A4.
A4, you still don't. But A4, A4 is still there.
Because if he takes, we want to bring the bishop into the game as well, right?
Yeah, that's true. But look for bigger chances. There's something more important you can do here. There is a way to get an advantage. Yes, Shalvi.
Bishop to a7.
Huh?
Oh,
Oh, bishop A7. What? Why are you going to the corner? What are you trying to do, mister? You're going to the edge of the board to try and take what exactly?
He
What
wants to challenge the knight with a knight.
He's trying to find a rare medicinal plant that is only found in the corner of the world.
He's going to find the medicine for Veer Vikram. In the corner by digging a hole.
Okay. So that doesn't do much, no? Look, see, if you're doing that, then better move A4. Because A4 at least brings the bishop into the game. If he takes, there's a target there, we can challenge it. A4 is always good, but there is something better. Look for moves that get you the advantage. There is a move.
F5.
Huh?
Not in always. But if I
No,
my
but-
starting move will be A4. Done. I win.
What I say.
It's subjective.
No, I'm saying always look for a position where you can get an advantage.
F5.
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 But why? You're just losing a pawn, mister.
No, the bishop.
Oh, bishop is this, you'll take one. Okay, it's a pawn trick. So but F5 I'll ignore it as well. I'll take here. You'll take here.
And we
And
take the
then I take
knight.
the other one.
Huh? Take the knight.
No, no, sir.
How do you take the knight?
We take the pawn, no.
Bishop is here. No, F5, pawn takes. And I'll ignore it. I'll play king e8. Going goes on. There is a move that gets the advantage. Knight d8.
What?
How does it get the advantage? Let's see what Aryan can tell.
It's going to
How does it give white an advantage? Try to find out, Aryan.
Okay, it will just give
I'm
a pawn.
asking. Yeah.
It will just give a pawn up.
Give a pawn up? So white is giving a pawn up.
No, black hat.
So you're winning a pawn.
Yeah.
So that's what. So that's how you win. You are not going to straight get a queen or a rook up and you win. What do you have to take what you get? So this is how you make things happen. So knight to d8, bishop
Pawn.
goes, and now
Pawn e6
yeah, takes and takes. White gets a very clean pawn and it's a winning position, good position.
with a check.
So after takes, your opponent is not going to help you out. He played king e7, which I did not even consider.
Ho ho
Like-
ho.
What?
But he can even take that one. Knight c6, knight c7, knight c7.
Knight? How? Knight takes pawn.
Yeah, pawn f7.
Pawn f7 is how we blunder a piece.
Yeah.
No, knight f7.
Knight f7, okay.
That's how we blunder
King
a
takes
pawn.
pawn.
We are
So we are a 1 pawn.
Sir,
Okay.
bishop to b3. Bishop b3.
Bishop b3.
When he
You just
captures
take
the
the
pawn.
knight.
When he captures the pawn,
When?
which Shaurya
No.
is telling.
He's saying knight takes pawn,
Yes.
king takes pawn, and
Then bishop
b3.
b3.
Okay. King will move and game goes on.
Yeah.
So basically, after that is the correct move. Knight takes pawn because if you take here, it's a better position for the opponent.
Yes.
You lose the pawn, and his
Even
pawn
the knight.
stays. Yeah, knight anyway you're getting also, na.
And also-
So knight takes pawn. He takes
takes-
this pawn. So what is the material situation right now?
We are.
We are up a pawn.
Are we really up a pawn?
Oh, very cool.
Huh?
Sorry.
You cannot count properly. Apparently. This much time for
Yeah.
counting?
Huh? It's
It
all
is-
equal.
All
No.
equal.
White is up a pawn. No?
White's up a pawn. White is 6 pawn, black is 5. But white's pawn is hanging. It is black's turn. So what will black do? I mean, it is white's turn, but the knight is
Bishop
hanging.
to b3.
Knight is hanging. So bishop to b3 you're saying.
Yeah.
King will move.
Checking with.
And then we play a3. But then we
And
can't.
then,
We can't save the b4 pawn.
if you play a3, let's see what.
But that pawn is
This
hanging
pawn will
also.
hang, na? Yeah. So
Two
you
pawns
can't.
are hanging.
So you can't defend the pawn here. You will lose the pawn back. It will become equal
They're not
material.
necessary.
How? How do you save the pawn?
Oh, wait.
Right now your b pawn is hanging, and it is,
Oh.
and your knight is hanging. So you have to.
Please, the knight is also hanging.
Yeah.
No, wait. And the pawn. Wait.
Oh, can you move back very good?
Okay, good.
So here I played the knight, knight to h6.
And you
And-
gave the pawn.
Yeah, he will take the pawn.
And one pawn
He takes.
will be saved.
No, it's equal. Pawn was anyway saved, so it's equal now. Material is equal.
Yeah.
But is white better now, guys?
Sir, I
Does-
will move.
Is white better? Does white have an advantage here? We're Vikram, move this side, you will knock that down. Move this side. So,
So it's not even taking the video.
what are you talking about?
Yes.
That's just the. Yeah. So is white better in this position? What do you guys think? Veer Vikram, can you sit properly? Do not disturb the class. What is the question? What's the question? You're not listening. So you need to first listen properly in the class. Shaurya, can you answer the question?
Yes, sir.
What is your answer?
Sir, he told the answer yes.
No, he just said,
I
can
will
you
answer.
answer? But he didn't answer. Do you know the question, Shaurya?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, why is white better?
And that's not the question. Then you're also not
Is
listening.
white
Tell
better?
me.
Is white better? Is white better?
Is white better? Nobody said white is better. I'm asking you guys, is white better?
I.
Yeah, correct, Arya.
I want to also.
So, Arya, what do you say?
Yes, because
What?
white pieces are active,
Black pieces are also active.
but the
Yes.
bishop is in the corner.
How does it matter if it's in the corner? It's looking at a very nice diagonal. How is that not active? You should not just think piece in the corner bad. We are not at beginner level, no. You are at intermediate level. You are about to go to advanced level. So you don't just think that bishop in the corner is bad. Knight, fine. Knight in the corner is bad. This is a bishop. It's looking on the biggest diagonal on the board. That's an active piece. That's more active than this bishop.
So
He has a
pawn-
target, so that is not
The
inactive.
pawns can't advance, like they can't move like they are stopped.
The white pawns, is
No,
it?
the black pawns.
Okay. So are you saying white pawns can move?
Yeah.
Okay. So should white move the pawns?
Yes.
So what should you play for white?
F3, F5.
Exactly. And that's where white is better. Because white's pawns are gaining more space. They're becoming fast. F pawn is going to become a pass pawn. So
G
side
takes
is-
pawn.
No, opponent is not going to help us. Don't think that we will take, you will take. Beautiful line. Pawns are going up and you're going to win. No. You play king e7. So now what do we do?
Bishop
F6.
F6 king moves. Better moves there. Knight comes in. It's very important to stop this guy. Because if you play F6, move the king,
Guy will come back.
and then the knight comes in. It's good, but bringing the knight back into the game is even better.
Yeah.
Now your pieces are all a little bit more, coordinating. Till now, knight was in the corner.
Knight is back from New Zealand.
Okay, and now he plays knight to e5. Big decision time. Exchange or not exchange? We're What do you say?
Room is not an option.
Okay, I don't think what you will do. I heard the voice. I heard the
Okay, silence, please. Silence. Please keep your hand down. We're trying to decide: do we exchange or not? We have so many options, but this is where you have to spend your time and find out a path to a good position. Oh, yeah, it's going to get negative points soon. Yeah.
We should take.
So after takes, what's the plan? What next?
We should put the bishop on b3.
Okay, that's a good plan. What is that? Are you saying?
Takes.
Takes.
Then f6.
F6, even better. So takes is the correct decision. Take. Actually, I was not thinking to take. I was thinking I'll play knight f6, which is also good. This was the original plan I had, because he cannot play if he plays h5. Can you take on to that?
Yes.
You can take, but then you lose a knight. Don't do that. So if he plays h5, we can just play.
Sir. Okay.
You can just play pawn takes pawn.
So then knight can take back.
Then knight takes pawn. If he plays h5, this takes and takes. That's good advantage for white. But even better would be this, because you're exchanging of things and f6. So we have a pass pawn. Here, there is a very difficult move for black to play. If he plays that move, the position is still around equal. That's something I didn't expect that the computer will tell. The current
For black.
position.
But black no. Sir.
What equal means for black and white different? Is it different equal? Huh?
f8.
Okay, this position is 0.1, just equal, completely equal. If black plays the correct move, what is that, Ari?
King f8.
Okay, what do you say others?
King f7.
King f7. Should we play king f7, guys?
No.
King f7, bishop check. No, simply asking for a check.
Check.
Yeah, then pawn will keep going up. So you have to be careful also. The correct
King
move
f-
was
King f8.
king
E8.
d6.
What?
That's why it's so tough to play, because most people will play king f8. I was expecting, of course, he has to play king f8. No? He played king f8 instantly. So, because the pawn is going up, right? But the idea of this is the king is active now. So the king is not allowing the bishop to enter the picture.
Oh.
So, if the problem with king f8 is, now the bishop gets in. How? How will the bishop get in? After king f8, oh, this is still equal. I thought this was winning for white. How does the bishop get in, guys?
Bishop.
You have to press the right buttons.
Bishop is.
Both the bishops.
This bishop can come to b3 anytime. That's fine. This guy has to come in. No? Then-
Bishop to b6.
yeah, bishop to b6. And what's the idea? Where is the bishop going, Rayansh?
Bishop to d8.
C7.
Bishop to c7. This is where you have to attack, na? Not d8. D8. Oh, d8 this. But bishop is covering it. There's no point of going to d8. Bishop c7 is where you go. He plays bishop to c6. The funny thing is, it's still equal. Wow, I thought this is like winning for white. I played bishop c7. Because now what to do? How does he defend the pawn?
By bishop c. Bishop c3.
Bishop c3. That's what he played. The
But
correct
then
thing
it's
to
a
do is, if he plays bishop c3, it's lost actually.
It's a check then.
Yeah, check and then what? Is it winning for white?
Then the king moves. Then we can play bishop to b3
Yeah,
then it's
and
a
it's
pass
winning.
pawn.
Yeah, it's going to promote. The correct move is a5. You have to give that pawn and get your counterplay going here, which is again very tough. He played bishop c3 and now it's winning for white.
White to white.
How do you win?
Bishop,
Bishop check, king moves, and now he missed the next move.
pawn.
Yeah, basically he.
Not now.
Huh?
Bishop b3.
Yeah.
Bishop b3 first.
It's bishop to b3 and there's no defense. f7, f8 is with tempo, with check.
Can't we play d4?
Bishop d4, you move the king, what else?
Then we take the
And then we push the pawn. And we promote to a
You
queen.
won.
Yeah. After that, he lost in a few minutes. So this is gone, right? So how did this happen? All credit goes to the F pawn. Freddy the F pawn is the reason why the F pawn went from F2, F4, F5, F6 and got the advantage.
And then F8.
Yeah, went all the way to F8. Okay.
And F7 too.
Now we'll